Hello, everyone. Welcome to another powerful live show that we have planned for you today, and a extremely important meditation slash activation that we have at the end of tonight's little slideshow presentation. What a time it is that we are in, and how important it is for all of us, you watching this, and us collectively to be doing the work as the ground crew. And we're going to get into some interesting stuff tonight. We are now well and truly into the disclosure channel. And we're going to break down what that means and what we as the family of light are tasked to do in this particular chapter. So welcome all those on YouTube, all the channels we stream to. Welcome all those on, let's have a look here, Patreon. I'm not sure I am even... Am I even showing here? Hold on a minute. I need to figure out why I'm not being shown on Patreon here. So hold on, guys, on YouTube for a minute. I'm managing two streams here. Let's see. Why am I not showing on Patreon? Can you guys see me here? Sound, no image. Hold on a minute, folks. Okay. Hold on, YouTubers. I'm just going to figure out what's going on Patreon here because there's a different live streaming setup. And I need to figure this out here. So hold on. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Okay, so let's just do this. Let's just do this a moment here. I don't know why you were not streaming there, Restream, to my Patreon people, but let's try that again. Okay, on the streaming source. This should be live now, so I'm not sure why it's not going that way. So hold on a minute, guys. Let's just have a look here real quick. Okay. It does say streaming there, so why are you not streaming here? Hold on a minute. Thanks for your patience, guys. I will be trying to figure this out as I go here, but I don't know why. You are not allowing me to do this. So let's add a channel real quick. How are we going to do this? Let's do this. Okay. All right, guys, hold on. I think I figured this out. 60 seconds here. Let's do this. Server URL. Stream key. Let's do Patreon 2. We are about to go here, guys. So let's try this real quick. Sending data. Okay. I think I figured that out. Oh my goodness. I hope my Patreoners can see this because it's not working over here. All right. Okay, we're good. We're streaming to YouTube, multiple channels. We're streaming to Patreon. And I don't know why it didn't go through to that feed there, but I'll figure that out. But yes, my friends, it is an incredible time. And we have work to do as the Starseed Collective. Now, I've been meditating before tonight's show, as I always do, and some very, very interesting things coming through. It does seem that Archangel Michael is very prevalent, certainly with me, and many of you I know as well, with the um, ascension teachings right now. And um, I've been with Archangel Michael and under his lineage for many, many years. And those of you who are part of our Patreon community, our membership community, are well aware of this. I made a post last night detailing some of my journey with that. So if you haven't yet seen that and you are on Patreon, go and check that out. But we've been given 7 sacred codex to install in the collective field. Take it as you will. I don't really know how to understand what these are, but they're becoming more and more, it's becoming more explanatory what they are as we go through this next chapter of ascension. Those world servers or light workers or souls who are called to do this work, maybe that's you have to determine that for yourself, have been sort of given some instructions here from our angelic brothers and sisters to really serve the collective and help them as the disclosure train leaves the station, which it just really has. Now, I know not for us, but for the planet and mainstream people, it has. And that's a big deal. It's a big, big deal. And we're going to get into that in tonight's show. So I'll explain a little bit more about the 7 codex. We've got a channeled message from Archangel Michael, which came through yesterday morning. Those of you on Patreon have already seen that, but we are going to read that out again in our Pyramid of Light tonight. And we are going to install the 2nd codex. Don't forget, last week we installed the 1st codex. So if you didn't watch last week's Global Mass Meditation, it is still up on YouTube. Go and watch that. And we have 5 more to go after tonight. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to pop over to the chat. Let me know where you're from. Detroit, Michigan, Montana. Patreon should be working now, by the way. Should be working now. New York, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. The people on YouTube are being so unfair to you in the Galactic Federation of Light. No, they're not. They can't be. We claim our power back, and we love them. We love them all. Okay, Nova Scotia, Canada, welcome, Canadians. Okay, let's get into tonight's shows. Vancouver, welcome, welcome, welcome. Australia, Northern California. All right, I'm going to read this for hours. I know nearly 600 of you live now, so that will knock on towards 1,000, I'm sure, as we head towards the middle half of the show. But let's get going here. We have some of the things that I get through from our galactic friends and certainly from our team. I don't mention it all, and there's a reason why that is. And I talk about this in our inner circle a little bit on Patreon. And it really relates to tonight's disclosure show, and that is that there are a lot of the population, okay, not that we're any better than them or they're any worse than us or anything like this, that are simply not ready to hear the barrels of what we have been given through waking up and disclosure ourselves, okay, as the ground crew. We're privy to a lot more information. You know, there's I can't remember who said it recently, whether it was Ashtar or not, but we're holding the torch and it's burning bright, but we've got hands that are forged for fire, right? And I love that because the task that we have right now on the planet, especially in this ascension window and this disclosure chapter, is it's quite a responsibility that we have, guys. And we take it seriously, but not personally. So let's go. Okay. Why have I chosen this image? Well, we're going to get into that. It has been shared with us that religion is quite a pickle for the White Hats. It's quite a pickle for disclosure. And we're going to explain some of that tonight. Now, if you're from a religious background of any kind watching this show, you're welcome. I love you. We love you. There's nothing or any intention of slight or detriment behind anything that I share tonight. So if anything comes across that irritates you and you are from a religious background, please know my heart. I'm not trying to um, I'm not trying to, what am I trying to say here? Bash religion in any way. It is a doorway to God, to the creator. And if that's the pathway you have chosen, then wonderful. I have a slightly different pathway, but we're all going to the same place. So please keep your comments and thoughts kind and courteous in the live chat, or I will put you in timeout. But no, I mean that with the utmost sincerity. So we are now in a unprecedented acceleration window of change, and there's no going back, guys. The sun is out of the box, the cat's out of the bag, and there is no going back. And once a planet gets into, or driven by consciousness, gets into a disclosure window right now where we move from third to fourth density from an infrastructure perspective. And I know many of you are holding a very high density consciousness, but the infrastructure will catch up from that. And as a result of the work that you're doing, we're doing, infrastructure is about to catch up with this, and it's begun. So there is no going back. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. But I will say right off the bat, it has to happen slowly. And we're going to get into that tonight. Okay. So, for those of you who are not aware and keep asking us where we've gone, we have moved across to Patreon for our new home. Those of you who are already there already know about this. So I'm going to skip through this real quick. We have a real amazing private member community, which we're building over there with an intimate playground for the family of light, featuring new channel full messages every day and a place for starseeds to connect. We've got some very advanced ascension teachings coming up, all kinds of perks for just 60 cents a day. This is what the membership screen looks like. A quick note, if you're going to join up, guys, join up on desktop and don't click the gift now bottom at the right-hand side of things. That's not signing up for membership. That is gifting a membership to someone else. So very, very important. Click the join button, which is the black one at the top there underneath sovereign membership. Now, why did we move to Patreon? Well, we've grown to such a scale now. I'm not going to go over this again, but in detail at least, that we have a team of people we need to pay. We have expensive tools which cost thousands of dollars a month to maintain. And we were relying on YouTube ad revenue for that. And it was great because it could be free and we could get the messages out to everyone. And it was amazing because we could have ad revenue that paid for everything. Now, through recent demonetization from YouTube, we're no longer able to fund our operation, which is a massive problem, as you can imagine, growing to the scale that we have. So we've had to pivot. Patreon, for at least for now, has become an amazing home for us. And in fact, it's enabled me and the team to elevate what we're doing. And I know many of you are sharing that the teachings are purer there, or there's a clearer feeling there. There's more, whatever it is, there's something special going on. I'm not going to I'm not advertising for our new platform. You can join if you choose to, but there's something special happening there. I feel it too. So come ahead and join us, guys, if you feel that our GFL station teachings have been valuable to you. We would love your support. But this is the crux of tonight's message, where we are headed. Now, I think it was in Ashtar's message this morning. For those who are on YouTube, you got a snippet of this. We are heading towards, I'm not sure if you remember this, but Men in Black, the first movie Men in Black, where Will gets read in, if you like, to use a familiar term, Will Smith gets, he agrees, he signs up with the Men in Black. And one of the first scenes is this one here where they go into this sort of intergalactic hall, and there are hundreds of different species of ETs flying left, right, and center, all doing different things. You've got the Men in Black initiative, the governing body, sort of controlling various operations, putting fires out, etc. Well, that was soft disclosure, guys. That's exactly what the galactic big picture is. And you have to imagine when I say we have to go slowly, that the unveiling the reality of what I've just mentioned with Men in Black is very, very delicate. And I'm going to break down why, from a perspective of human psychology, that is very, very important that we do it gradually. So we're moving towards full galactic integration, which means we will learn, of course, we already know this through whistleblower testimony and our own galactic experiences, that the human genome did not originate here on Earth. Now, just that concept alone, when you start to get into the deeper things, which we're going to get into tonight a little bit, I'm going to skim across them. This is paradigm shifting information. Okay. And when you have a collective of people, billions of people who have their beliefs one way, okay, on one side of the spectrum, and you come up over here on the other side of the spectrum and say, actually, everything you believe in and that your ego has wrapped its identity around is incorrect and false. And here is the real reality. Well, guys, we've seen what that does. Like, you remember 2020? You remember CV19? How which was a very important event, by the way, because it allowed so many people to wake up. You saw the madness that ensued with some of that, right? I don't know if you experienced it, but we experienced some end time madness with some individuals who were still very much bought into the system. Okay. And that was just a little piece of it. We were presenting that this was perhaps an operation, and the jab was the end goal, which of course we were proven right with, for the dark forces' agenda. We received a massive opposition to that, and those who were still bought into the media, gaining all their information from the media, but were hit with quite a bomb when us on the Awaken Aware community came out and started sort of protesting around the world to say that no, actually that's not true. And it began this massive revolution to where we go now. And of course, we're just getting started. So when we start to get into the timeline that we're in now, we've already entered this new timeline. Remember that last week's graphic. Go and watch last week's show, guys, where I showed you a graphic where the main core timeline propelled into New Earth, but one branched off into a more advanced, not more advanced, but also a higher vibe Earth, more advanced than where we are now. And we are preparing the collective for that Earth, in my opinion. Okay. I think that a whole bunch of us are going to go on after that to the larger crystalline Earth, the new Earth, if you like, or whatever you want to call that paradigm. I've been getting incredible visions recently. I know many of you have too. Something's coming. And I do think many of us are going to shift there. I think many of us have shifted there already. But we have a job, as we're still here, to prepare the Earth for this branch off, which will be more of the Star Trek reality, the more upper and mid fourth density Earth. Now there's a higher version of Earth. So go back and watch last week's show, guys, on that. So when I talk about the two timelines, I know there's been mentioned, I think Mira has mentioned 3 of the Pleiadian High Council. I think that there will be at least 2. I don't think there will be a lower vibrational Earth. I think we've pulled that away from the sort of the core here. But it was the biggest thing. Many of you saw this recently. Now, this is not news to me, but it was when it came out in the mainstream, as in I hadn't seen this mentioned in the mainstream. The Christian Post and many other sort of narratives, but this was the most mainstream as it comes to religion that I could find in my just sort of preparing this slideshow. Social media came out, post came out, said pastors are being briefed for and preparing, churches are being prepared for UFO disclosure. Okay, now, why on earth would that be released very intentionally? By the way, it's very intentionally released into the social media sphere. Why would that be released into the public realm? And why churches? Well, we're going to get into that. Now, if you could imagine for a minute the different organized memberships in the world, membership organizations, the biggest one is religion. Okay, now I'm just going to take Christianity because I've spent a number of years in Christianity. I'm most familiar with it. There are 2.6 billion Christians on Earth, which is 32% of the population. Okay, these are official statistics. We don't know for a fact what those actually are, but let's just go off the official ones. 32% of the global population just in Christianity. Okay. Now, when it comes to vibration, that amount of people holding a certain vibration, guys, is significant. Okay. And the most important part of this for me was the Perry Stone here, you can see on the left, mentioned that mainly evangelical, it's not a denomination, but it's sort of a delineation of Christianity. It's not an official denomination, but evangelical Christians, I think it's mainly their organizations have been tasked with being briefed. Not fully, but a heavy population of the evangelist Christian community. Now, why that's significant, in my opinion, is because a lot of things outside of that belief system in evangelical Christianity, big words, is a lot of the things that are spiritual outside of that sect are labeled as demonic. Okay, and now some areas of Christianity get this as well, and I'm very familiar with this because I've been part of Christianity for a while. I've moved beyond that now, but anyway, so when you have, this is really, really important. Let's just take one example. I could give you 10. Okay, when you have a first contact scenario, okay, where you have advanced beings being either seen publicly or broadcast on the mainstream news, all right? And you have these beings who are performing or existing at a level with abilities the same as Jesus had, Yeshua. Well, that starts to scare some people in this sect, okay? That starts to, at least for the critical thinking Christian community, make them go, hold on a minute, and start to ask questions like, well, why is the majority of Jesus's life left out of the Bible, the Christian Bible? Why is there documentation, which is pretty compelling in some opinion states, that Yeshua traveled extensively? It's now emerging that the possibility that Yeshua had contact with ETs through his initiations and training. Did he? I have my own opinions on that. But you get my gist here. When you start to drop these questions into a belief system which is wrapped around a different idea, very delicate, guys. So when people are out there, when commentators are out there saying, oh, it's a nothing burger and we didn't get what we wanted, and some pretty mainstream spiritual and ufology people are saying this, they've got no idea what this is about. Okay? Neither them or me have ever had to release paradigm shifting information pretty quickly on billions of people, many of which have belief systems in the opposite direction. All right? Now, we know human psychology is immensely fragile, which is why humanity has been manipulated so easily, because we haven't had control of our emotional bodies. Now, this is all shifting now, and in part due to the family of light's work, in my view, and others. But you get my point here, okay? So when you come out with this post and you start to ask these questions, well, this is a major deal, guys. This means they're absolutely serious about disclosure. And yes, it is official disclosure. And yes, it is going to be happening in Les, and we're going to get into that. So a big thing about this with the infiltration to religion is not exclusive to infiltration of the DF, the dark forces, at all. There is infiltration in every area now. It's been cleared out. But here is the biggest thing, guys. If you have paradigm shifting information that's dropped upon you, or a collective that's unprepared or too fast, all right? You know, if a machine goes too fast for its capacity, it breaks down. The same is true of human psychology, but tenfold. So the biggest thing that the Galactics have told me and told us, and I'm not sure if I've shared this yet, even with our Patreon community, is that the possibility for disclosure hijack in the early stages is very big. because here is why. When you go too fast with this information and you start to build a level of instability, anxiety, fear in enough people, well, what will happen with that? Well, they can be moved. They can be moved over here. They can be moved over there because they're lifted from their center. They're lifted from their roots. Now, we saw that with COVID. Okay. We've seen that with many other things. So the potential for the DF, the dark force, I call them the DF, the dark forces. I don't see them as dark. I don't believe in dark and light, but I'll use that term for the purposes of this discussion as I normally do. Hopefully by now you know my viewpoint on this. You have the ability for the disclosure element to be hijacked. Now, once it gets hijacked, it's very difficult to be pulled back. So what would a hijack look like? Well, a scenario of blue beam. Yeah, maybe. Whereby technology, it's hard light holographic technology that can be used to create an event which is false and moves people away from the true disclosure timeline, which is very possible. I don't think that's going to happen. But that's the issue with going too fast, guys. So please be aware of this. It's very, very important that we do this gradually. So I've just changing gears. I found this quite interesting. On May the 8th, as many of you know, which has led to what's happened now, 45, Donald Trump, President of the United States, love him or hate him, it's up to you, released on the 8th of May to the Pentagon to start releasing more UFO and UAP files. Okay, so this was the official disclosure day, May the 8th. Many of you have seen this, it's all over social media. We don't need to spend too much time here. However, what's interesting was, check this out. So before May the 8th, which was a few days ago, 45 POTUS issued the underlying directive to the Pentagon to start releasing UFO files. Do you remember he mentioned that he was going to start to petition the Pentagon, essentially. Whoever this is coming from, we don't actually know, but for the purposes of official narrative, it was the Pentagon, I believe. February the 19th, to start releasing the information soon. Now, that soon happened on May the 8th. Now, the interesting thing was, from the time that he issued that to the time that it was actually in place is 78 days. Okay? Now, you can decide whether this is nonsense or not, but I found this interesting. So I went for the gematria explanation of 78, and there's a few very, very interesting things here. One of the cleanest ones, as you can see here, was, I'm going to read this out, the number 78. Now, those of you who are not sure about what gematria is, go and look it up. It's very interesting. And it's been used by the Freemasons and other people for a long time. The number 78, the cleanest one, dragons, 78. So DRA, you can see here. It's a fun coincidence given the Perry Stone. This is the, God, I can't even say it, evangelical Christian commentator and his crowd specifically described what the pastors were allegedly told. This is in their briefings, very strange reptilian looking creatures. Okay. So number 78, 78 days in gematria is dragon. Is it a coincidence? Does it mean nothing? Maybe. I just wanted to throw that in because I found that pretty interesting that there's a correlation there that is probably beyond mathematical probability. But again, with gematria, you have to decide what is real and what is not. You have to make your own discernment. I'm not saying that is fact. I'm just saying I found this in my research and it was very interesting. The White Hats and the DF use numbers all the time. Numerology is huge in their coded messages. Those of you who follow this are aware of that. So let's continue. Take a quick drink here. Dragons are the beasts that are described in the Bible that will bring judgment upon the earth. Okay. Curious. Is Kaylin single? Oh my God. You can ask her if this carries on the way it is, or she'll probably show up. Who knows? It's going to be, we'll talk about that in a couple of shows' time. I'm not sure who's going to show up and where for first contact. But the snowball theory and the need for patience, very, very important, guys. So take a look at this image here, and I've kind of I've knocked this up on last minute on AI here, and you got to see at the bottom here the balance of human psychology at the top of the image. Sorry, at the bottom of the hill are tenpin bowling pins. Now, for me, that represents human psychology. Now, when we talk about the things that need to get to be released from a disclosure perspective, many of you are aware of them. We're not all aware of the big picture, okay? But a lot of them we are now through whistleblower testimony, certainly the whistleblowers that I've interviewed, the things that I've seen, the experiences that I've had. There are some major, major things to be disclosed. And if you look at this, I've just highlighted a portion of them in this graphic here. The intergalactic slave trade, reptilians and the human food source, the advanced technology, humans all over the galaxy, and almost all public officials implicated. Let's take the first one here. Those of you who are familiar with David Paulides and his 911 and 411 missing series around national parks, and of course, he just finds a snippet of people that go missing. There are a number of places these people go, okay? And let's just say this, the human trafficking element on Earth, we all know about it now. It's all over the news. And it's certainly for the disclosure community, we're well aware of a lot of the deeper, darker truths with this. There's an intergalactic element to this, okay? Human trafficking is not inclusive or exclusive to Earth. Some of you may find that as hard to believe, and that's okay. There are some people who've got no idea about any of this. So just take that principle, which is some people have had loved ones go missing and never return, and they've left the planet. Okay. I'm not going to go into anything deeper into this because it's quite a difficult topic. But that's just one component. That's just one channel, which we could do 5 shows on. All right. Take a look at how many snowballs there are on the hill here. There's only 5 of them. I could have put 500 up there, probably. I could have put at least 100 up there. Now, I'm not going to go into each one of these, but you start to catch my drift here is that the snowballs on the hill, the white hats are very aware of. Now, don't forget the number one, as the Galactics have shared with me, and I think I've shared this with you, the number one modus operandi of the white hats when it comes to disclosure is public order. Okay. Because when you don't have public order, again, you move into states of anxiety, the population can be moved, things can be hijacked. So keeping a heart coherence field, keeping stability and balance is absolutely vital. And so you start to see now, and I could go deeper, but I'm not going to go too much deeper tonight into this, that when we have religion, when we have non-religion even, doesn't have to be religion, and you have these paradigm shifting pieces of information, you start to remove people's identity. Big, big issue, guys. Big, big deal. And so us as the family of light, guys, stop calling for real disclosure, true disclosure. You got no idea. You got no idea how fragile this could be. And neither do I. I'm not pointing my finger at you and calling you out watching this. Far from it. I'm just saying, come on, as the family of light, as the ground crew, we have an obligation to steward this disclosure responsibly. And it is here. It is not soft disclosure. We're just going to see layers of it with big drops and layers again. Okay, think about this, how the DF have layered in all their million paper cuts, all right? Chemtrails, nanotechnology, jabs, subliminal programming in the media, the weaponization of the intelligence agencies, etc. The 1,000 paper cuts over the last 100 years that they put in place, frequency warfare, to get us into this place of control, which is now collapsing. The same has to be done to reverse it. Now, it's not going to take that long because consciousness is going to drive this. But it is going to take a little bit of time. So I'm just asking you as a ground crew to just remember our responsibility to hold the space, okay, and to not try and push things too fast there, because we don't want the disclosure train to move too fast. All right, that's my personal opinion. It's what the Galactics have shared with me, and some other things which I won't share tonight. Some other potential roadblocks, but we're moving now. And I don't know about you, but 10 years ago, I never thought this was ever going to happen. I never thought we would see the things that are being talked about today in the mainstream. It's never happened before in human history, guys. Very, very exciting. And we've got a ways to go, but it's happening. Okay. So tonight, we're going to jump into Archangel Michael's work. We are working with Archangel Michael tonight, not St. Germaine. I don't know why one of our team put St. Germaine in the comments. It's not St. Germaine. It is Archangel Michael. And we have been tasked with installing Codex 2. I'm going to get into that in a second. Of 7 codexes, which are going to help, apparently. I'm just going where I'm directed, guys. I've got no idea about any of this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't claim to be some guru or master. I'm just a servant, serving the divine plan and positioning myself to receive messages from the higher ups, from source. I'm just sharing them with you, and you can take them for what you will. But my personal experience of what I have shared today is it's real. So you can determine for yourself through what your instrument, what your physical body feels with all of this stuff. That must be your own discernment. But I do think it is real. But anyway, Archangel Michael has, it seems now, I wasn't aware of this until a few days ago. He's going to give us, the angelic realms are going to give us these seals, these codexes to install in the collective field to help with this particular passage of energies, especially disclosure. And we've got a channel message from Archangel Michael plus an activation led with Archangel Michael tonight, which is Codex 2. So let's get into that real quick. And then I will connect with you all in the live chat. So the second codex that fuses the divine masculine, the solar plexus, and the divine feminine, the sacred heart, with us into one unified pillar, wedding will to love, power to compassion, the father and mother seats within. Without this fusion, no codex that follows can hold. Interesting. The remaining 5 all rest upon the stability of this one. Okay, so this is a very important one. Number 2, timing and disclosure. The veils are thinning daily, and disclosure is no longer a question of if, but when. The truths now breaking through about who has governed in shadow, about our galactic kin, about what has long been withheld, will land hard upon those unprepared. Very important. We are installing this codex tonight before the wave arrives, not after, so the cushion is in place when the masses need it. So what does Codex 2 do? Once seated within each of us, we extend its unified light outward to form a cushioning grid around the earth, a soft floor of light for the awakening masses to land upon. The family of light becomes the floor humanity will fall through into. And tonight we lay that floor. Okay. Who's not ready? All right, I'm just going to go to the live chat real quick, guys, and find out if there are any interesting comments that I need to delete or block. I'm just kidding. And we'll do a little Q&A here before our meditation. If you do have a question, can you put it in all caps, please, in the live chat? Let me skip across to our Patreon community. And can I even see I can't even see the live stream here. Maybe I can if I go here. Let's go across to here. Let's see if we can go into here real quick. I'm sorry, those of you on Patreon who came up to one link and then it went away and then we had to start another one. I'm not sure what happened with that. I will look into that after this show here, but I presume that everything is still great. I can't see the chat here, unfortunately. So anyway, let me dive across to the YouTube live chat. Okay. Question from Michael Merrills, 8501. David, is activating your DNA also help with the collective? Thank you for all you do. Thank you, brother. Okay, first question. Activating your DNA. Well, yes. I mean, everything that you do affects the collective field. And you probably are well aware of this already, but there is a quantum matrix all around us. What looks like space is not, it's filled with protons and electrons and a matrix of energy. Now, that is really the creator's field. All right. And when you start to get, I'm not going to go deep into this, but when you get into the quantum vacuum, that's all there is. There's all there is energy, which is God, the creator, infinite intelligence. And that is a benevolent, maintaining, sustaining principle of the universe. Now, imagine this for a minute. If you want to get some kind of a scope on this, I'll take you into a contemplative meditation that I have every morning. I will go into I'll go into meditation, and before I move into a state of receptivity and commune with Creator and hear the still small voice, which happens multiple times a day, but I'll share the contemplative part with you. I will imagine, all right, the natural world, just in my area, there's lots of forests and mountains where I am. I will imagine that there is an infinite intelligence feeding the birds, feeding the animals in the soil, feeding the mammals. This infinite intelligence has brought the sun up before I've even had my first thought of the day. It's taken the stars away. Okay, it's brought the wind through the trees to distribute the seeds at this time of year. It is the life force bringing now the leaves forth from the trees which were barren. This is the contemplative meditation I go into. And then after a while of thinking this and feeling this, and then going into my own body, going, my heart, my liver, my lungs, the air I breathe, I'm not running any of this. My human brain is not running any of this. There is an infinite intelligence acting upon this physical form, the same intelligence which is acting upon all that is. Pretty amazing. Now, then I will move out of the way and move into my little chamber of receptivity, and I'll receive my own personal message, whatever that is for the day. And at that point, I'm infused with love, is all I can share with you. It's an incredible feeling that can't really be described in words. Anyway, so you can imagine that when you, as an emotional bodied being, feel something, that goes out into the collective field. All right. And we're all connected to this quantum field. So as above, so below. What is done to one is done to everyone. So if you scream profanities at someone on the side of the road because they've pissed you off, you're only doing that to yourself. Right. And so, yes, activating your DNA, activating your ascension, really, raising your vibration affects everyone. And in fact, it is the only path to peace on earth. No human solution will accomplish peace on earth. None. Only through consciousness vibration can peace on earth be maintained and sustained, which is great because it's all up to us. Like I always say, the good news is it's all up to you. The bad news is it's all up to you. Now, it's important to remove our need to save the world. You cannot do that. All you can do is liberate yourself by achieving God realization, enlightenment, whatever you want to call that. And certainly in the inner circle over on Patreon, we are going to start to get into some of these sacred teachings. And we have a number of courses and seminars coming up free to members, not actually available to the public. But I'm going to be teaching a lot of this stuff because I practice it. And I can tell you magic and miracles happen. And I'm not really supposed to share any of that because it's a sacred journey. So yes, it does affect people. Also, the beings in Inner Earth, the first ones to lead the disclosure? That's a great question. I have heard from the Pleiadians, I think, that Inner Earth will play a large part in first contact. I've also heard that the Nordics or the Pleiadians, there's different striations of Pleiadians. It gets a bit complicated. I just dropped on our Patreon group, I dropped an A to Z of ET species, and there's many, many on there, and that kind of breaks it down. So go and check that out if you remember. But I do think Inner Earth will be part of First Contact, yes. I'll do one more question, guys. When do we get spaceships? I'm not answering that. Okay, this is a simple question. How do I get the first codex? Devi Graham, 1939, thank you for your question. Where can I get the first codex or access to it? It's on last week's Global Mass Meditation. It's still up on YouTube, by the way. It is the one where it says, what does it say on it? It says all hands on deck. So just go to last Monday's, the 4th, May the 4th, May the 4th. Remember that one? All you Star Wars fans out there, me included. May the 4th Global Live Meditation on YouTube. The first codex will be on there. Now, I had no idea at this point that there were going to be 7 codex given. So this is a revelation that I've had over the last few days, as I shared with on a post last night to our members. So it does seem like there's going to be 7, and that was the first one last week. So go and check that out. Okay. There's over 1,000 of you live here on YouTube. I'm sure a whole bunch more on Patreon, which I can't see right now. So we've got a lot of people here. So that's amazing. Let's get into tonight's global meditation. Let's do it. So I want to invite you all now to I'll give you 60 seconds, grab headphones, find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, not too long. And we will jump into codex number 2, codex or codec, I never know what to write. I'm just winging it, guys. I'm really not that intelligent. I'm not. I'm just, I'm directed to go where I go. And apparently that's doing some good. So we'll keep doing it. But tonight will be about codex 2. And apparently, as you've just seen, it's an important one. It's the foundation for the next 5. So many comments, guys. I can't keep up with them all. I'm sorry. I love you all. We'll do another little Q&A at the end. Okay, so let's get into the meditation. All right, friends, the family of life, music in the background here. Live chat. Let me know by signaling or writing 5 by 5. Okay, 5 by 5. What my voice sounds like with this music. Okay, does the music need to come up? Does the music need to come down? What is the balance like? If it's good and perfect, just give me a 5 by 5. And once I have enough 5 by 5s, we will get into tonight's meditation. 5 by 5, 5 by 5, 5 by 5. Okay. Okay, this looks good. 5 by 5. We are going to get going here, guys. So, I want to invite you all now to close your eyes. Oh, family of light, it's time. I can feel it. You can feel it. Take 1 or 2 or 3 deep centering breaths. Let us use our breath to enter into the present moment. 0 point. Your seat of power. Breathing in the remembrance of who you are. I am the light. Let go of all the worries you've been carrying. On the out-breath, feel the tension melt away if it's there. Release it through the lower chakras. The battle is not yours, beloved one. It never was. Give it to Source. Give it to your higher self. breathing into the present moment here. And if you haven't already, call upon your guides and your team to surround you now. Those of the light, to hold the space and hold the light. We call upon the angelic realms now, the 4 horizontal planes. Beginning in the east, Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael, join us. He is the Archangel of air with the green ray of clarity, clean perception, clean mind. Call upon Archangel Raphael to join us in the east now. And to the south, our brother Archangel Michael, the Archangel of fire, who carries the blue ray. Courage with love. Michael will be joining us tonight. Join us in the south now, and to the west, Archangel Gabriel, the Archangel of water, whose energy is diamond white. Mercy, softness, emotional cleansing. Join us in the west, Brother Gabriel. And to the north, Archangel Uriel, the Archangel of earth, who carries the red ray of stability, groundedness, embodied presence. Join us in the north, Archangel Uriel now. 4 archangels, 4 directions to hold the space and hold the light. To join us as well in the inner circle, we call upon and ask for the presence of Jesus the Christ, Yeshua, St Germaine the loved one, Zoroaster the king, Zarathustra the magi, Lao Tzu the old sage, the Buddha, Babaji the eternal one, Lahiri Mahasaya the smiling guru, Sri Yukteswar the teacher, Paramahansa Yogananda the gift, El Moria the lord of the first ray, Kuthumi the great, guiding light, Dwal Kul the master teacher, Paul the Venetian, Serapis Bey the lord of ascension, Hilarion the bringer of joy, the English master Douglas Baker, the keeper of this ashram, Sanat Kumara the planetary logos, the ancient of days, Amun-Ra Vesta Helios, the solar logos, Isis, the great mother and divine feminine energies, the goddess, Mary Magdalene and the high priestess energies, Krishna, the avatar, Kuan Yin, the incandescent one, Einar, the 9th dimensional guide, Mohammed, the prophet, and Joshua, who walked with God. Family of light, the masters in you, Yahweh in you and in us, saviors in us. Take a deep breath in through the nose and hold the breath at the top. Activate the pineal. Activate. Holding the breath. And when ready, release. And another deep breath in, holding at the top once more. Activate, hold the breath. Feeling the pineal gland come online, lighting up the cave. And when ready, release. One final, the biggest yet, deep breath and hold once more at the top. Activate, activate, activate. Say it yourself. And when ready, release. Let us take a minute to settle in deeper now. Ready for tonight's codex activation installation. I want to invite you now to bring your awareness to the soul star chakra, about 6 to 12 inches above the crown of the head. See a glowing ball of golden white light. Use your intention and the breath and expand it in size and in intensity. On the in-breath, making it glow brighter and brighter, and on the out-breath, expanding it in size. Keep making it larger and brighter to a point where it's about the size of a soccer ball, a football. And you notice now it becomes a self-sustaining energy field. So if you're ready to take a journey, knowing you are safe and you are held in the highest Christed light, move into the light, move into the soul star chakra portal. And as you enter in, a flash of brilliant white light transports you to a giant pyramid of light. This one is crystal clear and white, and it is vast in all directions. You feel warm and safe and at home here. There is a connection to Source, a loving infinity, a wonderful sensation. And as you look around, you notice in the center of the pyramid is what looks like a table or a bed, also glowing pristine white crystal, and a figure awaits you there. You can already see the outline of his giant wings tucked behind him. It is indeed Archangel Michael, who is waiting to deliver a message and guide us through tonight's activation and installation of the second codex. So walk towards him, and with a great loving embrace, he motions you to lie on the table and get comfortable. And as you do, you become one with it. You feel a loving energy connected to the pyramid, connected to the double-terminated quartz crystal above you, connected to Brother Michael, the very essence of Source running through you. Archangel Michael speaks. Beloved Masters, before you enter the chamber of the sacred second codex, hear me now. You must understand the larger work to which your hands have been called. Yes, the earth is changing in ways the mass consciousness has not yet absorbed. What you know of as your Schumann pulse rises in tides. Your sun pours forth flares carrying light codes, the like of which this planet has never before received. Ancient suppressions are crumbling, the veils thin nightly, and the great disclosures long held in trust by the keepers of the deep records now stand at the door awaiting the moment of release. All of this you are already well aware of. This is what we of the Cosmic Council have long named the Great In-Breath. You, the family of light, humanity, is being summoned home. But, beloveds, the masses are not yet steady. When the truths arrive, and they will, about who has governed you in shadow, about what your son is truly doing, about who your star kin and angelic lineage always have been, about the technologies long withheld from your reach, the shock will be considerable. But this is all expected. Some will grieve, some will rage, some will turn away in disbelief. Those who do open will need somewhere soft to land. This is why the vanguard of world servers have been called into formation now once again. We speak of the 7 seals of God consciousness, 7 sacred gates within your vessel that, when opened in harmony, ignite the great rod of power and turn the spinal column as you know it into a blazing shaft of light. These seals are the very architecture of ascension within the human form. Beloved one, there was you thinking you were just a simple human being. Far from it. What we assist you now to install is that same architecture written into the consciousness grid of the planet herself. 7 codexes, 7 seals, 1 quantum grid, woven by the hands of awakened world servers such as you. Each codex carries a chamber. Each chamber, once activated within you, extends outward into the honeycomb of light around the earth. Together they form the lattice upon which the divine masculine and feminine return to balance, upon which the galactic channels open, and upon which the coming truths may safely be received by a humanity not yet steady enough to hold them alone. One we have already seated. Next we install the second, and 5 more await you in the cycles to come. The waters of creation deep within, the voice that speaks the new world into being, the lotus of pure knowing that crowns the vessel, and the great star that hovers in the field above, each shall arrive when the field is ready. Trust in your power, beloved one. Trust in the unfolding. The fatigue that many of you are carrying is real, and it is honored. You are load-bearing nodes within the grid. You feel the weight of the great bifurcation in your bones, the great split. But know this, beloved ones, you were placed in this lifetime precisely for this hour. The codex is in your hands because your hands were forged to hold it. Hold steady, for we shall prevail together. And now we begin. So tonight, today, this moment, you are called outward into formation once again as the family of light, into the great planetary circle that you're familiar with. So take my hand now, we journey together. Feel yourself lifted gently through the apex of the pyramid and carried down through the higher dimensions, down through the veils, down through the blue-green jewel of Earth herself. And you arrive softly, beautifully, at the planetary heart chakra of the Mother, looking down upon the Earth below you. The radiant emerald rose vortex pulsing within the field of Gaia. Place your feet upon the etheric, luminous floor of her heart. She knows you. She has been waiting. Look around you, beloved ones. The family of light is gathering indeed. Hundreds and thousands of you encircling the earth now. Sentinels in formation. You face inward, your backs to the stars, your heart to the planet, your hands extending to the brother and sister of light on either side of you. The family of light all joining hands now. The circle is complete. The grid is formed, and I stand with you at the center now, within the heart of the Mother, holding the codex in trust. Hear me clearly, beloved ones, before we begin. The veils thin daily. Truths long buried in the deep records of your planet rise swiftly now to the surface, and the masses you look down upon now are about to discover that much of what they have called reality was actually the scaffolding. Disclosure is a tide, and as the tide arrives, the precious souls of Earth will need somewhere soft to land. The codex you're about to install is that landing field. Bring your awareness into the center of your chest, into the great chamber of your sacred heart. The threefold flame burns there brightly: divine will, divine love, divine wisdom, held within the diamond core of God's cell. Breathe into it now. Feel its slow emerald and rose gold pulse. Rest here for just a moment. This is the mother seat within you, receptive, magnetic, holding all in love. Now lower your awareness into the great inner sun behind your solar plexus chakra, just around the navel. Here lies the seat of your sovereign will, the molten gold of your I Am authority. This, dear heart, is the Father seat within you, projecting, anchoring, holding all in power. Great ones, the Mother and the Father within you were separated long ago by the wounds of the ages, and if you can believe it, you agreed to this. The heart was made to love, and so it grew cautious. The solar plexus was made to wield, and so it grew defensive. Tonight, we weave them back into one. So begin the infinity breath, which we will walk you through now. Do not worry about specifics, beloved ones, although you can if you wish to. Concentrate on the movement of energy. On the in-breath, inhale, drawing molten gold upward from the inner sun of the solar plexus into the sacred heart. As you exhale, send emerald rose love downward from the sacred heart into the solar plexus inner sun. This is the infinity loop. Inhale, the heart returns power, now blessed by love. Exhale, the sun returns love, now armored by power. Heart to solar plexus sun to heart. The figure eight stabilizes between your two great centers, and the solar power center comes fully online now. Take a moment to anchor this energy. As the loop steadies, streams of crystalline, adamantine, or God particles cascade down through the planetary heart from the higher realms and pour into the unified field between your heart and your solar plexus. Ah yes, the codex begins to download now. White fire seed atoms, long held in trust by your oversoul, descend now. They carry your original template of masculine-feminine union, the encoded resonance of the Father-Mother God within. They settle now into your sacred heart. They settle into your inner sun, solar plexus. They settle into the bridge of light between them. The two poles become one resonant chamber, love and will fused into a single radiance. Take a moment to let this energy anchor. And now, beloved ones, extend from the solar power center, from the solar plexus of each light worker in the circle, a beam of stabilized golden rose radiance projected outwards, meeting the beams of the family of light at every side. The beams weave in their lattice. Do not worry about specifics. Just feel the energy of light between each of the family of light. The hands you are holding in the circle pulse with the same current, and together you form a vast, cradling honeycomb of light around the earth now. A soft floor of divine substance beneath every soul who is about to fall through the floor of the old reality. See this honeycomb floor crystallize and shimmer with love-light energy. The awakening masses will now not land upon stone, they will land upon us. When the truths come, and they are coming, the shock will be cushioned. If grief arises, it shall be held. If rage erupts, it shall be transmuted through the violet flame of transformation woven through the grid. If confusion descends, it shall meet a steady golden warmth that whispers, "You are safe, you are loved, and you are not alone. The ground beneath you is light." This, dear family of light, is the second codex of the seven. With it, the quantum grid begins to hold. So let us complete this seal, and I ask you to affirm, either in your mind's ear or out loud now, the following words. I am the unified pillar of sacred heart and solar power. I am the divine feminine and the divine masculine, made one within me. I am a sentinel of the cushioning grid of love-light energy around the earth. Every awakening soul shall land softly. I shall prevail. So be it. So it is. It is done for the greatest good of all. Rest now within the woven field. The hands you hold in the family of light remain held. The codex is anchored. The cradle is laid. You need do nothing more. So take a moment to breathe and feel the love in this circle. To feel my love, Archangel Michael, and all the realms of light behind you, watching you, ushering you on, and high-fiving you without you even knowing. We are always here, beloved ones. We are always at your side. And all you need do is think of us. Think of me, Archangel Michael, or any of the angelic realm or your guides. And we will be right by your side. You are never alone. You never were. And you never will be. Let none tell you otherwise. You are the vanguard, the family of light. And this is why you came. I am Archangel Michael. And so it is. So, family of light, just rest here for a moment. Just anchor the energies. Feel the love of the family of light. Let any emotions flow. Resist nothing. For Source, God, Creator, is the only power, and that is your true being. So you can have no fear. You can have no anxious thought. Because infinity is behind you at all times. one light, one love, one family of light. Om Dat Sat Om. Om Dat Sat Om. Om Dat Sat Om. And so it is. And so, family of light, let us journey back when you are ready. And if you are not, just pause this now and stay here a while longer. It is encouraged once again to revisit this meditation and this message as many times as you feel called to over the coming days. Your work is sacred. Your work is needed. And there are things to be done by you, to be done better by you than anyone else in the world. You are a fractal of Creator Light expressing through human form. And the gifts that you have, this world needs. Otherwise, you simply would not be here. And you are here. And you are now. So bring our awareness now back to the soul star chakra, about 6 to 12 inches above the head. There is already a large glowing golden white ball of light there. So when you're ready to journey back into the physical body, move into the light, move into the soul star chakra portal. And as you do, a great flash of light transports you back into your body, in your house, in your town, in your city, wherever you are. And I will give us a count from 5 to 0, 0 being the most back in the body and awake. 5, just rolling the shoulders gently. 4, moving the torso from side to side ever so slightly, feeling connected back in the body. 3, moving the head from side to side. 2, just rolling wrists, rolling ankles at the same time, wiggling them, getting reconnected. 2, fingers and toes. 1, about to be fully awake and back and present in the physical. And 0. Whenever you're ready. Welcome back. I will give you all a moment to come back into the physical, feel reconnected. 1,100 of you live at least. So a powerful, powerful meditation. Let us know how that was for you in the live chat. Any sensations you experienced. Any activations. Or maybe nothing. And that's fine too. But let me tell you, that was sacred work. And just honored to be here with you all. Honored to be running with you. Honored by your presence and your attendance, the work you are doing. Very, very important. I cried so much. Still feel Michael's energy. Yes, it is something else. You know, I put a post on Patreon last night for our members. I know many of you read it, about my journey with Archangel, a little bit about my journey with Archangel Michael. It's been quite powerful. And it's only just getting started, it seems. Okay. Yes, it is encouraged to do the meditation back, however you feel called to. Maybe you don't, and that's fine too. But if you do, yeah, this is going to be up on YouTube, and it will be up on Patreon in about an hour. I'll re-upload it because I'm not sure what happened with the live stream, guys. I'm sorry. For our Patreon members, you are probably aware now that the meditation portion of tonight will be in a downloadable audio format that you can listen to offline. At the bottom of the post as an attachment, as the same as with all of our channel messages, they are at the bottom of the channel messages as well. The transcript of the session. And for meditations like this, there'll be the audio as well. For our Patreon members last week, if you haven't yet seen this, we have the first codex up. And it is again at the bottom of last week's post. For those of you who are on Patreon, there's the root chakra clearing activation we did from Michael. And then there is the first codex, the planetary heart eye codex installation. That is also at the bottom of the post, downloadable for members on Patreon. And for tonight's show, I will also have that up in about an hour or so at the bottom of tonight's post once it's up on Patreon. So for our YouTubers, thank you so much, guys, for your support. Couldn't be doing this without you. And we do hope you come and join our private inner circle. We love you all regardless so much. And we would not be doing this work without your participation, without your work, without your love. And for those of you who have sent very hateful comments about us moving to Patreon, you've taken the time to write us some very slanderous emails. And to those people, I say this to you. I love you, and we love you, and we hold you in our prayers and our thoughts. So, yeah. There's only a few of you, but there's been a few interesting messages. But we soldier on. We've got to continue this work, and it's our full-time work. So we can't do it for free. It's not possible to do it for free. Now, there will be a time when we will do it for free because money won't be in circulation. There won't be an exchange system on the earth, but that is not today. But I do believe that day is coming soon. So stick around for that. I'm going to answer a couple of questions, guys. If you do have any questions about tonight's show or meditation, please do put it in all caps in the live chat here, and I will answer a couple before we go. So many of you live. I know well over 1,000, so amazing audience. Oh my goodness. I can't keep up with all your comments. So if you don't ask any questions, I'm going to end the show, which is totally fine as well. Maybe you're all satisfied, which is great. And I certainly do not have all the answers. Will we get back medical autonomy? Alex, you already have it. You are the disclosure you've been looking for. You have the ability to restore your divine blueprint through consciousness. Everything you can do, everything that can be done through technology, I assume you're talking about med beds and this line of thinking, you can already do it through consciousness. So wouldn't you rather do it before they arrive? I would, and it's something that I'm working on. So yes, we are anyway returning to that place where med beds and light tables, as our galactics call them, will be readily available to the public. And I do believe that there are some militarial circles who are bringing this in right now. And so it's not far away. So just hold on. How do we start activating the top chakras? Sherry, that's a great question. What can I share with you? I mean, I'm going to talk about our private community again, and some of you will be annoyed with that, but there will be, so the Barbara Marciniak's original teachings back in the 80s, Kelly and I practiced extensively the 12-strand DNA, the 12 chakra system. We studied and practiced extensively for many years in our first few years of global meditations with you all. And I'm going to be bringing a hybrid version of that back into the first live seminar that we're doing with our Patreon members. That's coming up likely towards the end of the summer. I've got a lot to assemble, got Valier's book to put together, which is coming together amazingly well. But it will come straight after that. So probably in the fall, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. And we will be talking about how to activate and balance the 12 chakra system, because that is directly in connection with the symbiosis of Gaia. Okay, the living library activation. And Valir is definitely bringing me and us back to this. So I will say wait for that. Otherwise, dive into Barbara Marciniak's work now. Now, our work and our courses are going to be different to this, but they're going to contain a core or a thread, at least, of these teachings. And it's free. It's available. I think you can go and get the Barbara Marciniak books, Earth. What else is there? God, I forget. I know all her books, for goodness sake. The Family of Light and others. They're available online to search for PDFs. You can just download the PDF, read them, or go and buy them on Amazon and start to dive into the material. It's all there. But the what we're directed to build and share with you is a hybrid teaching of the 12 chakra system, the living library activation, the master's teachings as found in the Life and Teachings of the Masters of the Far East books, the St Germaine I Am teachings, which I've also studied fairly deeply, and Joel Goldsmith's God Activation and Realization work. It's going to be a hybridization of these teachings, ultimately bringing you back to yourself. But the 12 chakra system is going to be part of this course. Now, we're directed to share this with blocks of 12 of you at a time across 12 groups of 12. Of course, that's 144. You know the significance of that number. And I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but we are getting a lot of downloads and receiving quite a bit of material to build a course, which we will be launching live likely at the very beginning of fall to our Patreon community, to our member community, albeit. And I'll be talking about this more as we go. So other than that, definitely dive into Barbara Marciniak's work. You can also find all kinds of work on chakras and activations. Dwell Cool's rainbow body work is also very, very good. I've practiced that quite a bit. Yes, all the teachings of consciousness are useless if you don't abide in it and have no remembering. The truth will not set you free, but abiding in the truth will. Thought, word, and deed. Now, we'll go into that in later shows. But yes, you're right. One more question, guys. Kathy, I can't visualize very well. Am I still effective? Yes, because the visual is not nearly as important as the energy. All right. If you imagine feeling love, what's more powerful? Picturing a heart with love or feeling it for someone? Of course, it's the feeling. So don't worry so much about the visualization. Worry about your intention for energy. Okay. Very, very important that. I know we can get tripped up on the visualization thing, and it's really not necessary. I use it in these meditation journeys. Kelly and I use it for you all because it provides a framework, but you don't have to use the same ones that we do. You can just let your creativity flow free. But the most important thing is the energy you send forth. So with that, I will bid you all a wonderful evening. My apologies to our Patreon group who did not get this live stream, I don't think, but I will be uploading the show to Patreon after this. And I will keep it on YouTube because we are trying to serve both communities to some capacity. Of course, if you are in our private community, you are going to get more of us because we're there more full time. But we do love you who are also on YouTube, and we send you great blessings and love. And thank you for all your support, guys. And we will continue to share in this capacity to both platforms. You are, of course, going to get more out of our private community, but we will do our best to serve all of you. So lots of love to all of you. Have an amazing week ahead. And yes, definitely do this meditation back. It will still be up on YouTube on the GFL station following this end of this live stream. So please do it back. Let us know in the comments how you felt during it. And keep sharing the love, guys. We've got a lot of craziness coming, but as the family of light, we got this. It's why we signed up. And don't be shy. Connect with other light workers, other starseeds. And we've got some kind of cool stuff coming actually for Starseed Hangouts for our members group But you don't need that. Go and find your soul tribe. They're out there in the world. They're waiting for you. Ask your higher self to be guided to them. And guess what? You will be. So, in the loving light of Archangel Michael's presence, from me and from the angelic realms, from everyone, thank you so much for your attendance and presence, my beloved family of light. I am here with you, walking alongside you, and I'm honored to do this work with you in that capacity. So have an amazing night, and we will see you next Monday for another codex installation. I can't wait to see what Michael's going to give us. I'm sure it will be a powerful one. So lots of love, guys. We'll see you soon.